Welcome back. A Fox News alert now. A brand new poll out this morning from ABC News and Washington Post shows Donald Trump trailing Hillary Clinton by just 2 points. Last week, Trump was down 12.
Here now with his reaction is Trump campaign senior communications advisor Jason Miller. Great to see you this morning, Jason.
Good morning.
So, of course, you're going to say this is a game changer. But is it, I mean, it really is a game changer, isn't it?
It's a really big deal.
From your point of view.
It's a big deal, but we'd seen a lot of movement even before this, earlier this week, with the Obamacare news coming out, with the selling of Clinton Inc. to the tune of $66 million. We had seen huge movement in the polls earlier this week. And in fact, we added on New Mexico, and now we're also going to Michigan on Monday. We're on offense now, and that's trajectory of this race has really changed.
So is that the plan, offense? Because, you know, as others have said, when your opponent is shooting themselves in the foot politically, let them shoot themselves in the foot politically. You don't need any extra help. Is that the strategy?
Well, one of the important things to keep in mind here is the map is a lot different for Donald Trump than it is for previous Republican candidates or recent Republican candidates. Trump has the ability to reach out across party lines, to bring on independents, to bring on folks who've been impacted negatively by this economy and get them into our camp. Now is the time to go and get those votes.
Yeah, and this comes at the end, as you mentioned, of a bad week already for Hillary Clinton. We're getting new dumps every day of these WikiLeaks, some of them quite troubling if you actually read through them and see what is going on, what has gone on for years. I do wonder, though, if people are fully understanding, if it resonates with folks, as they think about who they vote for.
Well, here's what we know, folks, what does resonate with them. When they see their health care premiums spiking, when you see Pennsylvania being slated for a 53% increase, or Arizona being slated for a 116% increase, for many, this will become a difference of can they pay rent or can they pay for their health care? And this is where people realize, oh, wait a minute, what's been going on this past 8 years is not the direction that we want to go. This is where people who don't follow politics every day look and say, it's time to make a change.
So you're saying of these 3 stories, Hillary under FBI investigation, the Clintons selling political access for millions, or Obamacare revealing itself to be a total disaster, Obamacare's number 1?
That's the one that has the direct impact on people's lives, where you see how does it impact me, the voter. The Obamacare news is huge. But what the Doug Band information, the $66 million, that reaffirmed what everybody's been thinking. And it reminded them whatever's going on behind the scenes, whatever they're saying in private, whatever these paid speeches and open borders and all this stuff in private. And then yesterday with this FBI news, that they're reopening this investigation. I mean, think about how remarkable this is. 11 days out, we're now at 10 days out. 11 days out, the reopening and investigation. They must have found something big.
Well, this 11 days is a good point, because this is when those undecided voters who maybe, you know, Trump has very high unfavorables, Hillary Clinton has high unfavorables. They're sitting back, they're saying to themselves, maybe I'll just sit this thing out. They actually go to the polls. Where do you see the undecided, the independent undecided voters moving in these last 11 days?
Well, the independents and undecideds are really looking for a change, and this is a change election. You see upwards of 3/4 of the country think that we're going on the wrong track, and they're looking for someone to put it back in the right direction. And that's where Mr. Trump's message of optimism, of economic growth, securing our borders, renegotiating these trade deals, these are all policies that can help American voters. And even talk about going on offense. Mr. Trump has had a very clear message, much different from Republicans in recent cycles, of being a president for all Americans, with his plan this week for an American urban renewal, rebuilding the infrastructure, school choice,
He's
jobs.
going to Michigan. Can he win Michigan?
Yes. Absolutely. We show the race. We show the race very tight. A couple other developments. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. Look at what Hillary Clinton is doing and saying. Last Saturday, Hillary Clinton was in Pennsylvania. This coming Monday, she'll be in Pennsylvania again. Pennsylvania is supposedly one of the bluest of the blue.
That's a great point.
Mr. Trump's putting into play. And the one other thing I'd say, too, the Clinton campaign went up with an ad buy in Wisconsin yesterday. Now, their spin was...
That usually shows where they're concerned.
Well, they're trying to say it's to help down-ballot Democrats. No.
No, you're right.
So don't just listen. Look at what the Clinton...
They are focused on Pennsylvania. That is true.
It is.
It's weird, too.
And keep in mind, with Pennsylvania, it's primarily election day voting. It's a late-breaking state.
Right.
We're going to be there a couple of times between now and the election. Mr. Trump has a great chance to win Pennsylvania.
Jason Miller, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Jason.
Crazy.